Let's continue. In the previous lesson, we explored how calm can hide inequality. A relationship can look stable while one person quietly adjusts more than the other. Today, we move into something even more uncomfortable: caring. Most people believe that the one who cares more loves more. If you think about the relationship constantly, protect it carefully, worry about it deeply, that must mean love. But here is the essential question for today. If you care more than the other person, is it love or fear of loss? To answer that, we have to look honestly at what caring more really means in practice. Caring more is not just feeling deeply. It usually means fearing the loss of the relationship more than the other person does. When you are more afraid to lose it, you behave differently. You initiate more. You reassure more. You smooth tension faster. You forgive sooner. You monitor small changes in tone. The emotion may feel like love, but fear of loss quietly shapes behavior, and behavior shapes the dynamic between two people. When one person fears losing the connection more, they begin investing more to protect it. They think carefully before speaking. They hesitate before setting boundaries. They avoid actions that might create distance. The other person, sensing less risk, feels calmer, not because they do not care, but because they are not afraid in the same way. And when fear levels are unequal, the relationship begins to tilt. Consider a couple where one partner constantly worries about the relationship. They ask, "Are we okay?" They analyze conversations. They apologize quickly after minor tension. The other partner reassures sometimes, but does not feel the same urgency. Over time, the worried partner carries more emotional maintenance. The relationship may look loving from the outside, but one person is protecting it more intensely. And protection driven by fear is not the same as love driven by confidence. At work, one employee constantly worries about losing their position. They over-prepare, they over-deliver, they stay late, they seek reassurance from supervisors. Another employee does strong work but does not obsess over approval. The first employee cares more about keeping the role. That care produces effort, but it also signals insecurity. When fear drives effort, it changes how people respond to you. In friendships, one person may fear distance. They initiate plans, they follow up, they check in more often, they apologize first after tension. The other friend participates, but does not feel the same fear of losing the connection. Again, caring looks generous, but the one who fears loss invests more energy to preserve what they believe might disappear. And that unequal fear slowly shifts the balance. This does not mean love is weakness. Love can be deep and steady without fear. But fear of loss creates urgency. Urgency reduces calm. When you are afraid to lose someone, you react more quickly. You adjust more carefully. You protect more intensely. And the one who fears less moves more freely. Security and fear feel very different inside the same relationship. So return to the essential question. If you care more than the other person, is it love or fear of loss? Over the next few days, observe situations where one person seems to care more. At work, in friendships, in couples, in families. Notice who fears distance more. Notice who works harder to prevent it. And ask yourself, is that love, or is fear quietly shaping the dynamic? Or do you see it differently? Share what you noticed in the comments. No personal details, just patterns. In the next lesson, we'll explore something that often feels painful. Distance is not rejection. Because sometimes stepping back does not weaken your position, it strengthens it. I'll see you in the next lesson.